think that was really moving, both Tui and Njambi's stories. And I didn't really know anything about what had happened in Kenya at all. So that was, and I think it just shows the second and third generation trauma that happens and that is probably still going to happen, and how awful it is. And for Tua as well, the fact that she was married off when she was 16. You kind of know stuff like this happens, but to hear somebody saying it, it's just really, really hits you. So I'm really glad they both talked and shared their stories. I found it really moving, and I think it just shows how much, I think, how privileged we are living in London and being able to be out and feeling safe and being able to be out in our jobs if we're comfortable with it, and how difficult it is for people all over the rest of the world where basically they can be killed for being queer or LGBTQ. So yeah, it was really interesting, but also very moving because they're very positive, what the, you know, especially Tua, what she's overcome and what she's had to overcome and is still overcoming, and she's still kind of keeping going. It's really, really impressive and a really excellent event.
And I find that Njambi's, comedy is absolutely incredible, given also her background and the amount of stuff we've learned and that we take so much for granted on this side of the world. It's just ridiculous. So thank you, Alice, for opening our eyes to the wider issues. And Tua, keep up, girl. Keep it up. And Njambi is my favorite comedian after Alice. All right, Alice, all right.
I'm happy.
Njambi is, to me, she's up there. She's amazing.
Thank you. But your ice cream is just amazing.
I bought your book, by the way, Njambi, just in case of lockdown. I'm gonna go right through it. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
What inspired you to come here in the first place?
It's the idea of bringing the community together, keeping, holistically having a face-to-face contacts, the personal touch, lively conversations. I think that's one of the main reasons.
And can I ask you, because today has been Black History Month, what did you take away from today?
I suppose it's being kind to each other, especially the marginalized population like us. So definitely make me more mindful of the more marginalized. Yeah.
And do you think it's important that Les Talks continues into the future?
I think it's vital. I mean, not just for myself, but for the other lesbian to be behind us, following up. I think discussions make us have a better awareness. We can get rid of any prejudice that we have, negativities.
Brilliant. And final question, will you be coming back?
You can try to keep me away from it.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Les Talks is important because it gives people a platform and a voice to speak out about different subjects and viewpoints.
Will you be coming again?
Oh, most definitely.
And which panelist really inspired you today?
Oh, that's a trying one. I would say both the panelists, because their stories were so different but yet so inspirational.
What inspired you to come to the Les Talks today?
Oh my goodness, because it's a lesbian live event. It's a chance of meeting other people, receiving new ideas, meeting new friends, keeping our community going, and it's really given me food for thought today as well. I've learned a lot.
Can I ask what panelist inspired you today?
I enjoyed all of them. It was lovely to hear from Elaine, who's a good friend of mine, and but also Njambi and Tua, to hear their individual stories, and particularly the way that things that we might be aware of, but certainly the impact that those colonial policies have had on people's lives. I don't think has ever come home to me quite as much as hearing those two ladies talk today.
Fantastic. And will you be coming back to Les Talks?
Oh, you bet.
Do you think it needs to continue?
Absolutely. I think it's vital, essential.
Brilliant.
Excellent. Before we go